YouTube live එකක් දෙනවා දැන් මෙහෙම ඔයාලට පාසු බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right. Let's wait on පරයක්. Okay, children, then you are joining with the seventh lesson of our second term syllabus today. The last part of the lesson, then actually the last part of the second term syllabus, right? Number 7, let us have nutritious food for healthy living. Then let's talk about nutritious food today. Then children, in your lower grades today, you learn much about nutritious food. Then all of you look at the first paragraph here. In order to lead a healthy life, it is important that we consume nutritious food today. Then, in order to survive today, in order to lead a healthy life, right? So, we have to intake nutritious food, right? We have to intake a nutritious meal, balanced diet, right? Then, these nutrients are needed for growth, repair of worn out tissues today. That means today, food items or the nutrients in the food are necessary for the growth of our body today. Obviously, what the need and repair of worn out tissues may they hardy which may the next part is protection from illnesses to safeguard from illness, right? And provide energy needed for different functions of the body. We need to have these types of nutrients, right? They are the basic functions of the food today, right? There are three main functions of food. What are they? Give us energy, safeguard us from diseases, and also it may help to growth and repair of our body, right? Then children, look at the next part. Nutritional problems arise when we don't get the proper dietary requirement. That means within dietary requirements then we have to undergo nutritional problems. Therefore, food intake plays a major role in leading a healthy life, right? Right. Look at the second paragraph here. In the previous classes, we learned about the nutrients in the diet, right? Preparing a well-balanced diet using the food pyramid. Children, in the previous class, we talked about food pyramid, food plate, how to select good food items for the, how to find out fresh food, how to find nutritious food for them. When you are buying food items, what you have to consider, what are the factors that affect your nutritional level of the food, right? So we talk about so many things, right? Then children, changes in food intake at different stages of life today. Then think about childhood, think about the adulthood, think about the elder or the old age, right? Then think about a patient. In different stages of life, the nutritional requirements will be changed, right? The nutritional requirements will be varied. Then today, food is spoilage. And preservation are different beliefs about food. So we have to actually we learn about them in lower grades, right? Being the future of the country, you can help to minimize the nutritional problems in society, right? Therefore, actually, if you want to, think about the labor force of the country, if the labor force of the country is not healthy, it will affect the development of the country, right? අනිවාර්යෙන් බලපාන අපිටද රටේ සංවර්ධනයට clear? Then actually then a country has to spend more money on treatments on communicable and non-communicable, especially non-communicable diseases, right? So we have to intake a balanced diet and nutritious meal, right? This lesson will help us learn about common nutritional problems, their effects, and ways to minimize these problems, right? Right? Then the next part, the next subtopic, the importance of nutritious food. That means, right? The importance of nutritious food. Right. A good physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being results in a healthy person. Okay? A good physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being results in a healthy person. Okay? Actually, when we talk about the total health, what's mean by total health? Total health means actually when we talk about total health and good healthy life, we have to maintain our physical well-being, mental well-being, social well-being, and the spiritual well-being, right? Not only the being away from diseases and disability, right? We have to maintain our physical well-being. We have to maintain our mental well-being. Social well-being, and the spiritual well-being, right? We have to maintain them in a good manner, right? Then, if a person has a poor nutrition, the following symptoms can occur, right? That means if a person has a poor nutrition, යම් පුද්ගලයෙක්ගේ මෙන්න මේ පෝෂණය ගොඩක් දුර්වලයි නම්, right? If you are not getting adequate amount of nutrients into the body, then he or she may undergo symptoms like this. If a person has a poor nutrition, the following symptoms can occur. මේ කියන ලක්ෂණ එවගේ පුද්ගලයෙකුට මතුවෙන්න පුළුවන් පෝෂණය අඩු වෙනවා. Reduce energy, ශක්තිය හීන වෙනවා. Mental unfitness, මානසික යෝග්‍ය බවක් නැහැ, හොඳ යෝග්‍යතාවක් නැහැ, right? Poor immunity, දුර්වල මෙන්න මේ දුර්වල ප්‍රතිශක්තිකරණය. Easily they can affect with disease පුතාලා. Long term illnesses, දීර්ඝකාලීන අසනීප. Poor health, දුර්වල සෞඛ්‍ය, right? These are some symptoms of a person has a poor nutrition, right? Okay, first of all, we have to write this one. Then all of you take out your writing books and write this one, okay? First of all, write the subtopic. The importance of nutritious food. The importance of nutritious food. Right. This time I can write it down. Some symptoms. Some symptoms of a person with. Some symptoms of a person with. Some symptoms of a person with poor nutrition. Some symptoms of a person with poor nutrition, right? Right. Let's put the answer to Let's try them. You have got 5 symptoms here or the ලක්ෂණ පහක් දීලා තියෙනවා. Let's try them all of them. Reduce energy, mental unfitness, poor immunity, long-term illnesses, poor health, right? Okay. Then all of you look at the next paragraph, Putala. The working capacity of a person with a poor nutritional condition will be lower. than a person with a good nutritional condition due to the above reason. Children due to the above reason මේ හේතු නිසා අපිට think about the working capacity of a person. නැත්නම් අපි ගත්තොත් මනුස්සයෙක්ගේ වැඩ කිරීමේ ධාරිතාවය, that capacity is much less in a person with poor nutrition, right? Then next part, this has a negative effect on the personal life and in the general the economy of the country. මේක රටේ ආර්ථික බලපානවා, ඒ වගේම අර පුද්ගලයාටත් බලපානවා. Affect negatively, right? යහපත් ලෙස බලපානවා, right? Then when children are affected by nutritional problems, it affects their education. ළමයෙක්ට පෝෂණ උණුතාවක් આવොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? It will definitely affect their education. අධ්‍යාපන බලපානවා මේ ප්‍රශ්න. Capacity to think මේ සිතීමේ චින්තන ඉදාරිතාවය බලපානවා. The memory power, මතක ශක්තිය, growth වර්ධනය and personality powers බලපානවා. It adversely affect the individual, the family, and the nation as a whole. Okay, right. Then also come to the next page. The next subtopic is today nutrients in food, right? Next subtopic, nutrients in food. Ahare poshaka. Nutrients in food, right? Ahare poshaka. Children, when we talk about nutrients in food, there are two kinds of nutrients. අපිට මේ විතර ප්‍රමාණයක් අපිට ආහාර ගන්න ඕන පෝෂක, right? For example, carbohydrate, protein and lipids, right? Then when we talk about micronutrients, micro means shudra poshaka, right? We have to intake them in little amounts. Actually, the body needs them in little amounts. So we can identify micronutrients as vitamins and minerals, right? They are the examples for micronutrients, right? Then what a star mark can write down. The star mark can write down. Mainly nutrients can be divided into two categories. Mainly nutrients can be categorized into two categories. Number one, macronutrients. But in front of them or under that, you can write the examples, right? In front of them, you can write the examples. Number one, macronutrients. Examples are carbohydrate, protein, lipids. Carbohydrate, protein, lipids. The second one is micronutrients. Shudra poshaka, right? The second one is micronutrients, okay? Examples, minerals and vitamins, okay? Examples, vitamins and minerals. Right, children, then macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, nutrients in the diet are required in large amounts are called macronutrients. These are called micronutrients, right? Vitamins and minerals are micronutrients. They are needed to protect the body, right? Then children, the next part. Okay, look at this definition also. I told you earlier. Actually, you learn about them in previous grades also. The nutrients in the diet that are required in large amounts, right? Nutrients in the diet that are required in small quantities. Right? Okay, then next part to the subtopic. The nutritional problems in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka we call it a portion of Gatlu. The nutritional problems in Sri Lanka. The nutritional problems in Sri Lanka. The nutritional problems in Sri Lanka. Right. The children, let's look at them. One of the nutritional problem in Sri Lanka is malnutrition. Malnutrition means, कुपोषण කියලා කියනවා පුතේ, right? कुपोषණය කියලා කියන්නේ. Then malnutrition occurs due to lack of proper nutrition. පුතේ පෝෂණය හරියට ලැබුණ නැත්තම් හරි මේක වෙනවා. As well as excessive consumption of nutrients. පෝෂක අධිකව කෑවොත් මේක මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ එනවා. Right? Malnutrition occurs due to lack of proper nutrition as well as excessive consumption of nutrients. Right? පුතේ number one and write down. Number one and write down the malnutrition. Under that one, you can write this one. I think to be skip here. Can I understand that? What is the cause for malnutrition? Right? Malnutrition occurs due to lack of proper nutrition. Or else due to excessive consumption of nutrition. Right. And mainly there are two types of malnutrition. Two kinds of malnutrition. You know them. You know about them. Already you know about them. Undernutrition and overnutrition, right? Undernutritional conditions and overnutritional conditions. Manda poshna tattyan saha adi poshna tattyan. Right? Undernutritional conditions means manda poshna tattyan. Overnutritional conditions means adi poshna tattyan. Right? Then children, Pristama can write this one. Two types of malnutrition. One, undernutrition. Number two, overnutrition. Actually, you learn about this one today. When we talk about undernutrition, some undernutritional conditions are short stature, miti bava. That means short for age. What is the miti type, right? Then the other one is vestin, push bava. So skinny for the height, right? Yeah, get to it. Clear? Vestin and short stature, right? And also, when we talk about the overnutritional conditions, we can find out overweight and obesity. Overweight means adibara. That means too much weight for the age, right? Actually, according to the height, too much weight for the height, right? And also, obesity means excessive weight according to the height. That means obesity. Clear? Okay. Then children, let's talk about undernutrition and overnutrition. Right. Undernutrition today, number one, undernutrition. Then the common nutritional problem that developing countries face is undernutrition. Then සංවර්ධනයේ විභින්න පද රටවල ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ඔන්න මොකද්ද? Undernutrition. That means මන්ද පෝෂණය පුතේ. Lack of nutrients, right? Then undernutrition results when the required amount of macronutrients are not taken in the diet. What's the cause for this one? Undernutrition results when the required amount of macronutrients are not taken in the diet. එහෙනම් මේ ප්‍රමාණවත් පද්ධතියේ මහා පෝෂක ටික එහෙම අපිට ලැබුණ නැත්නම් තමයි මේක වෙන්නේ. The person will subject to undernutritional condition, right? Any person of any age can develop undernutrition. ඕනම වයසක ඕනම පුද්ගලෙක් මන්ද පෝෂණයට ලක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Think about gas. Most of the children are suffering from undernutrition today. Gas, right? They are suffering. But then, however, all over the world, the main victims are children. Right? Think about Africa, right? African countries. So the adverse effects of undernutrition could have long-term effects at different stages of life. මේ මන්ද පෝෂණපති තත්ත්වයන් නිසා ජීවිතයේ එක් අවධිවලදී ගැටලුවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා කියනවා. Clear? Okay. So serious. Then all of you are suffer with it. Put number one and write down this one. Undernutrition. මන්ද පෝෂණ. Then all of you, Prasama can please mention this. Please write down this sentence. This is the cause for undernutrition, right? Undernutrition results when the required amount of macronutrients are not taken in the diet, right? Right, children. Then different effects of undernutrition are given below, right? I told you earlier, what's that? When we talk about undernutrition, we can identify two main situations, right? Stunting, or else we can say short stage, right? Or else we can say stunting, wasting, push above, too skinny, right? Then children, look at this one. Stunting, inadequate height for the age. Sorry, වයසට සාපේක්ෂව ගොඩක් උස අඩුයි කියලා කියන්නේ stunting, or else we can say short station. Height being below -2 SD, line height for age chart. There was a chart, we talk about them. Actually, it is valid from 5 years to 19 years of age. වසරතු 5ක් 19ක් අතර අයට තමයි chart එක දාලා තිබ්බේ, drawing chart එක. Then when we observe that chart today, this category, these stunting ones comes under -12, comes below -2 SD line, right? ඍණ 2 SD කියන මේ line එකේ පල්ලෙහා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ හිටියේ in the orange color area, right? Or orange color zone එකේ තමයි හිටියේ නේද? In grade 6 you know about them, or grade 6 වල දාලා තිබ්බා, right? Then wasting. Then when we talk about wasting පුතාලා අපි කියනවා මේ කුෂබව කෙට්ටුයි. Inappropriate weight for the height. උසට සාපේක්ෂව බරපතල ගොඩක් අඩුයි, right? Inappropriate weight for the height. BMI below -2 SD line. BMI for a chart, right? එතන -2 SD වලින් පල්ලෙහාම අපිට මේක හම්බෙන්නේ. The orange color zone or the red color zone, right? Orange color zone එක අපිට හම්බෙන්නේ. We have learned about the assessments in detail in chapter 1, right? In here, you haven't given those charts. The name of the order chart, the grade 6 order. The problems of I will show you a chart, right? The problem of undernutrition arises as a result of lack of required nutrients to the body. Then this could occur due to lack of essential nutrients during a short or over a long period of time. For example, diseases such as diarrhea or worm infestations can lead to temporary weight loss leading to wasting. anything. There's no time for absorption of nutrient පුතේ. දැන් පෝෂක අවශ්‍ය වෙන කාලයක් නෑ නේ. ඇයි? Loose motion. බඩේ යනවා. හරි? කනවා යනවා. Then what happened? මොකද වෙන්නේ? There's no sufficient time to absorb the nutrients, right? පෝෂක අවශ්‍ය කරන්නේ ඇත්තටම කාලයක් නෑ. Clear? Then and worm infestation පුතේ. පණු රෝග නිසා. අන්න. They will grow higher and higher, long and long, right? හොඳට වැඩෙනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ. හොර්මෝන් ටික හොඳට වැඩෙනවා I think. Actually our body becomes weak. අපේ සිරුර මොකද වෙන්නේ? weak වෙනවා. Right? Actually they suck our blood, they suck our nutrients අපේ පෝෂක උරාවනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ, right? ඒකේ තමයි depend වෙන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ, right? Then we can worm. So we have to take worm treatment regularly පුතාලා. හරියට පණු රෝග වලට පිළිත් ගන්නවා, right? Then okay, that's a temporary one. මේ తాවකාලිකව වෙන්න පුළුවන් අවස්ථාවක් මේ දාලා තිබ්බා, right? Then children, I will show you this chart පුතාලා. මම chart එක පොඩ්ඩක් පෙන්නලා ඉන්නවා. ගමු grade 6 එක ගමු අපි ගමු. Right. Back here. Look at these charts පුතේ. බලන්න chart එක. It shows short stature, right? And there are, you know that there are separate charts for girls and boys, right? The growth rate are not same, that's why. Okay, then ගෑනුන්ගේ ප්‍රවෘත්ති වෙනම chart තියෙනයි. Their growth rate are not same in different stages of life, right? ඒක අවදිවලදී මේ ජීවිතේ බලගේ වර්ධන වේගය සමාන වෙන්නේ නැහැ. That's why. I told you that it belongs to 5 to 19 years of age, right? Height according to the age of girls, when they are, and age of boys. So then children, look at this one. Short stage, it lies in the orange color zone, right? The green color one is appropriate weight for the height. And the purple color indicates too much weight for the height. Indicate, right? Then children, this one also. Right. After that, we can come to this part පුතාලා. පාඩේ අපි දැන් demo. Then okay, development. Children, it's time to write this one. ලියා ගන්න ඕනේ දැන්. Okay, there. We can write the examples, right? Put a star mark and write down. Some men under nutritional conditions. Some men under nutritional conditions. Okay. Write them, please. Okay, the examples also. Hey, harmful effects of undernutrition. That means පුතාලා මන්ද පෝෂණය හානිකර තත්ත්වයන්, right? Inactivity and being less productive. That means පුතාලා inactivity means ක්‍රියාශීලී නොවීම සහ less productive means ඵලදායී නොවීම. Then retarded physical growth. Retarded means that means physical growth retardation. That means කායික වර්ධනය අඩාල වෙනවා, right? Prone to diseases, highly prone to නිරන්තරයෙන් easily they can be subject to නිරන්තරයෙන් රෝග වලට වදුන් වෙනවා. Then being poor concentration and memory power. That means මතක ශක්තිය දුර්වල වෙනවා and being poor concentration ගාන ශක්තිය අඩු වෙනවා, right? Learning difficulties ඉගෙනීමේ අපහසුතාවය, right? Low life expectancy ආයු අපේක්ෂාව පොතේ ආයු කාලය අඩු වෙනවා, right? Next one, undernourished females give birth to low birth weight babies. So then think about pregnancy. Then think about the mother, right? If the mother is suffering from lack of nutrients, there's a risk of developing there's a risk of delivering a low birth weight, right? A low birth weight babies, right? අඩු බර දරුවපත් ඇතිවීමේ අවදානමක් තියෙනවා. And there could be an increase in infant death rates. මේ ලදරු මරණ පුතේ අනුපාතිකයක් වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා කියනවා. And there could be an increase in harmful effects of undernutrition. Okay, so at least write 4 or 5 out of them. Let's practice just now. Some harmful effects of undernutrition. Some harmful effects of undernutrition. Right. At least write 4 or 5 of them, Putala. Okay, I think time is enough for this one. Right. Then children, we are moving towards the overnutrition, right? Then previously we talked about the undernutrition. Now we are going towards the overnutrition, right? Then children, overnutrition means adiposhan everything. You know about this one. Then overnutrition has become a major nutritional problem all over the world. Overnutrition results when excess amounts of macronutrients are consumed. That means carbohydrate rich foods, protein rich foods, and oily and fatty foods, right? Especially excess intake of sugar and fat. Right? in our diet is the main reason for overnutrition. In our portion, the excessive intake of oily and sugary foods, right? Then the following are two examples for overnutrition. Okay, first of all, you write this subtopic on March hall. Overnutrition. Then what is the cause for it? Because here to overnutrition results when excess amount of nutrients are consumed, right? Right, children. The next part. Oh, the following are two examples for overnutrition. Adi portion put here to overweight, right? The two examples for overnutrition, right? Sorry. Adi portion to the overweight and obesity, right? Adi barasaha sulabhabe, right? I told you earlier, man overweight means adibara. That means too much weight for the height, right? Weight not proportionate to height. Then this has the risk of developing obesity. When making the ilang stage, the next stage will be actually the after overweight, the next stage is obesity. Right? BMI between +1 SD to +2 SD line in BMI age 4 chart. Let's look at this one. On the chart. Right. I'll get it here. Look at this chart. BMI chart. Girls again, boys level. Boys level. Right. Look at here. This is underweight. We talked about them earlier. Underweight, right? This is the normal state, the green color zone, right? Then the disease overweight. The area between the range between +1 SD to +2 SD, right? +1 SD to +2 SD range, right? That's the light purple color area. Clear? Right. Obesity is Tulabavia, right? Create high levels of weight to the body. Or sorry, weight to the height, right? Create high levels of weight to the height. Then this is a disease state. Make up the then BMI about +2 SD line in BMI for age chart. +2 SD range, right? Look at this chart. You can find out this one. You know that +1 SD to +2 SD range is overweight range. It looks like actually it is presented in light purple color. Look at the dark purple color area. That means obesity. If your BMI level lies in here, that means you are suffering from obesity. Then that means the area above +2 SD. Maybe +2 SD. So it is so much risk there. The local අවදානමක් මේක to your life actually, right? On GV. Then these are the examples for over nutritional status today. The next one, the BMI is also used to assess an adult nutritional status today. Then very හිටියේ පුතේ වෙන්න මේ පෝෂණය මම බලන්නත් අපිට BMI chart ගන්න පුළුවන්. BMI ගන්න පුළුවන්. In the first chapter, we Learn how to assess the nutritional status of adult using BMI. අපි කතා කරා. How to calculate your BMI. කොහොමද ඔයාගේ BMI එක මම බලන්න කතා කරානේ. Okay. In here you can't find out that one. මෙතන බලා ගන්න බෑ. නමුත් but I will give it, right? නමුත් මම ඒක ඔයාලට දෙනවා, right? ඔයාලට මම දෙන්නම්. Before that පුතේ, after writing that one, you already wrote the topic, මාතෘකාව ලියුවා, and we wrote the post for this. හේතුව අපි ලියුවා. They write examples. අපි උදාහරණ ලියා ගමු. Oh wait. Okay. Write these things also together. We'll find out the area of that BMI chart, right? Hi, children. I think time is enough for this one. Next part, children. Right. The next part is today obesity can lead to the following problems, right? Obesity පුතේ බලපානවා මෙන්න මේ තත්ත්වයන් වලට. Then after writing this one, we can talk about the BMI, right? Then obesity can lead to the following problems. Children, due to obesity, what will happen? Prone to non-communicable diseases, born on and such as heart disease, diabetes, and stroke, right? Second one, diseases related to the joints and bones due to the heavy weight, right? Due to the excessive weight in upper body, it will affect your especially knee joint and the lower bones, right? Right? Especially in legs, right? Diseases related to the joints and bones. Third one, sorry, reduce efficiency at birth. Clear? Social problems සමාජික ඇතුළු and others mock at you when cutting I'm not sure. You have to actually you will be developing stress also, right? Psychological issues. Monkey, I told you earlier. Mansic get with Clear? Okay. Then children, let's write like this. Yeah, the way now. Ustama can write down some harmful effects of Ustama can write down some harmful effects of obesity. Some harmful effects of obesity. Right. So Right, children. I think time is enough for this one, okay? Hmm. Right. Next part, children. Micronutrient deficiency, right? That means Shuddha Poshka Unata, right? Micronutrient deficiency. Then, children, previously we talked about macronutrient deficiency. The deficiency actually we talk about this one, right? The deficiency on the other hand. Then actually we talk about uh, malnutrition. Malnutrition, malnutrition, right? That means lack of proper nutrition and excessive proper nutrition, right? When මේ අධික පෝෂණ ලැබීම සහ අවම වශයෙන් පෝෂණය ලැබීම වෙනම කතාවක්. Right? Then that's about intake of micronutrient. එතන තිබ්බේ sorry, intake of macronutrient. එතන කතාව තිබ්බේ macronutrients, right? ඒ කතාවේ තිබ්බේ මහා පෝෂක. Hereafter we are going to talk about micronutrient deficiency. මෙතනින් අපි කතා කරනවා ඉතින් පස්සේ කරා යනවා තේ ශුද්ධ පෝෂක ගුණතා ගැන. We are going to talk about micronutrient deficiency, right? Then all of you write down this topic with the mark micronutrient deficiency. Shuddha Poshka Unata. Right? Micronutrient deficiency. Right, children. Next part. Children, lack of micronutrients in our daily life intake over a long period results in micronutrient deficiency. That means ශුද්ධ පෝෂක ගුණතාවට බලපාන මොකද්ද? Lack of micronutrients in our daily food intake, right? මෙන්න මේ අපේ එදිනදා අපේ ආහාර ලබා ගැනීමට හරි. දැන් අපි එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ micronutrients එක නේද? කියන්නේ that means we have to intake a sufficient amount of vitamins and minerals. So ටික තියෙන්න බෑ. Uh, if you not intake these types of nutrients sufficiently, it may undergo these types of micronutrient deficiency. මේ වගේ විනාශුද්ධ පෝෂක ගුණතාවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? Lack of micronutrients in our daily food intake over a long period. එහෙනම් දිනපතා ආහාරයට අපි අඩු වශයෙන් එක් කරගත්තොත් මේ විනාශුද්ධ පෝෂක ගොඩක් කාලයක් පුරාවට it may result in, it may undergo micronutrient deficiency. The most common micronutritional deficiencies are given below. The සුලභම ටිකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. You have given some frequent ones here. Okay, නිරන්තරයෙන් තියෙන වාර්තාවල ටිකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. Iron deficiency යකුළුතාවය. Due to iron deficiency, actually anemia can be occurred, right? ඒ වගේ දේවල් තියෙන පුළුවන් රක්තය යකුළුතාවය නිසා නේද? Iron deficiency goita can be occurred. ඒ වගේ ගල ගන්න දේවල් තියෙන පුළුවන්. Vitamin A deficiency actually it may affect your vision also. The පෙනුමට බලපාන්න පුළුවන් මේවා and the skin හැමත and also it may affect your hair, teeth, right? Calcium deficiency it may affect especially for your bones and teeth, right? Zinc deficiency, zinc ගුණතාවය it may affect your bones and your memory also. Then children, these are some common nutritional deficiencies. Before that, we have to write the cause for it. අපි ලියන්න ඕනේ මේකේ හේතුව. Right. The star can write down සබුදාලා star mark එකලා ලියාගමු. Lack of micronutrients in our daily food intake over a long period results in micronutritional deficiency, right? අද ඉතින් උග්‍රවාදයේ වැඩ නැහැ මේ උදේ 7 නේ උදේ 7 උදේ 7 ඉඳලා දැන් හවස 4 ගණක් වෙනකන් ක්ලාස් 7 මාර වෙනකන් ක්ලාස් කෙනෙක්ම ලිෆ්ට් කළා දෙන්නේ බලන්න සිලබස් කවර් කරන්න ඕන නිසා අද ක්ලාස් එක කරන්නේ ඒ දණක පැය ගානක් කෑ ගන්නවා today I covered grade 6 7 8 9 පුංචි ළමයි වුණා හොඳ ගණන් ක්ලාස් එකේදී hey Bobby just write them right children then look at the next part children then we talk about these efficiencies one by one right අපි ටිකක් කතා කරනවා right about this part අපි ටිකක් කතා කරමු then actually for the second term test today we can talk about the first part of this one අපි ටිකක් වෙනම කතා කරන්න දෙන්න බැත්තර අපිට first part එක නේද then right today we are going to talk about this nutritional problems for දාලා අද අපි ටිකක් කතා කරන්නේ then look at this part බලගන්න කොටස the first one is iron deficiency right okay in here actually there's topic here මාතෘකාවක් තියෙනවා මෙතන reasons for micronutrient deficiencies උන්වහන්ට හේතු symptoms මෙන්න මේ ලක්ෂණ and preventive actions right you know මේ වළක්වාගෙන පියවර right iron deficiency that means යකඩ පුදේ what are the causes for iron deficiency then ඒකට හේතු මොනවද less intake of iron rich food යකඩ බහුල ආහාර අඩුවෙන් ආහාර ගැනීම right then iron is not absorbed easily අනිත් මේ යකඩ පුදේ පහසුවෙන් absorb වෙන්නේ නැහැ that's why we use lime when you are preparing vegetable salads පුදේ especially the green leafy mallow like things okay වන්දට අපි දාන දෙහි දානවානේ අන්න මේකයි it may eases that work right ඒක පහසු කරනවා වැඩි මොකද්ද absorption of iron into the bloodstream right incorrect food habits නවතිමත් වැරදි ආහාර especially drinking tea or coffee after having their main meals ප්‍රධාන ආහාර වලින් පස්සේ තේ කොෆි බොනවා there's tannin here tannin තියනවා ඒ වගේ chemical එකක් tannin කියනවා it will decline the it's a barrier for absorption of iron into the bloodstream right ඒක බාධකයක් අතරම ඒක අඩාල කරනවා මේ යකට අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ right so it is not good for your health then bleeding into the intestines that means for the bleeding into the intestines රුධිර ගැනීමක් වුණොත් පුතේ මෙන්න මේ කොහෙද අපේ අන්ත්‍රවලට ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා due to the warm infestation මෙන්න මේ පණු ආසාදනයක් නිසා මේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ හොඳ නැහැ especially hookworm disease right ගොඩක් ඔය පඩිපහළ රෝග වගේ දේවල් excessive bleeding during menstruation පුතේ ආර්ථවයේ කාලෙදී අධික රුධිර වහනයක් වුණොත් ඉතත් බලපානවා it may affects for iron deficiency යනුත් තාවට බලපානවා නේ right then these are the causes for iron deficiency okay put number 1 right on like put number 1 and write this topic march 11 iron deficiency then you can write this up the diagram there's nothing to be changed වෙනස්කම් දෙවන ලොකුත් නැහැ මෙතන අද මේ ලෙසන් එකේ නම් Causes of iron deficiency. යකඩුන්දාවට හේතු, right? Some of them must be back level, right? Right, children. I think time is enough for this one. Then look at next part, Tana. Harmful effects of iron deficiency. That means due to iron deficiency with the යකඩ ප්‍රමාණය අඩු වෙනවා. lethargy අලසකම ඇති වෙනවා. For example දැන් හොඳම උදාහරණයක් තිබ්බා grade 11 ළමයෙක් class එකේ හිටියා. අලුතින් අප class එකක් ගියේ කරා. few years ago අවුරුදු ගානක් කලින් කෙල්ලට හරියට නිදර යනවා. night class එකක් තිබ්බා. නිින්ද යනවා. හරියට මේ එනවා lethargy. මොකද නිකන් විහිළුවට හැමදාම කියනවා. කෙල්ලේ වාට යකඩුන් තාවත් දන්නේ නැහැ. බලනවා බෙහෙත් එකක් ගන්නකම බල වෙලා යනවා. right? One day actually her mother and she went to visit doctor, right? And after the checkups, the doctor identified that as she is suffering from iron deficiency, and the doctor blamed the mother also, right? අම්මටත් doctor may actually they identify the reactions of the behaviors of the children, right? We have to be alert about the behaviors of children. දැන් අපි ගොඩක් දැනුවත් වෙලා ඉන්න පෙළ ළමයින්ගේ වෙන වෙනස්කම් ගැන. ඒ කියන්නේ හැසිරීම මේම වෙනදට වඩා ලෙතාජික් වෙනවා නම් තේරෙන්න මොකක්ද ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවද තේරෙන්න ඕනේ, right? අන්න එතකොට මේ කොහොමhari පස්සේ නම් හරිය ගියා. මේ බෙහෙත් දීපුවට පස්සේ ට්‍රීට්මන්ට්ස් ගත්තා. පස්සේ හරිය ගියා. There are some issues like that. එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න එනවා අධික කාලයකට කලින්. ඒ නිසා බලසන්න අපි ඔය. Then next one. Low birth weight babies. That means අඩු බර දරුපන්, right? Take it without certainly then after small work also the people can those who suffering from iron deficiency with feel fading. යට නිකන් විඩාව දෙනවා. ඉක්මනට පොඩි වැඩක් කරලා විඩාව. Poor concentration අවධානය අඩුයි, right? And growth retardation වර්ධනය අඩාල වෙනවා, right? There are some harmful effects of iron deficiency, right? Restama can write this one also today. Sorry. Then please write down some harmful effects of iron deficiency too. Okay. Right, I think time is enough for there. Then look at the next part. Right. That's what about iron deficiency. Next part. Preventive actions that can be taken to reduce iron deficiency. What you can do to prevent this iron deficiency? Look at the precautions here. Include food rich in iron in the daily diet. Especially animal proteins. Protein meat, eggs, red rice. Beans, cashew nuts, peanuts, right? They contain iron. Pregnant mothers should take a well-balanced iron-rich food. Right? Third one, items such as tea and coffee should not be taken 1 to 2 hours after the main meal. I told you about that one earlier. Eat food that improves the absorption of iron. යකඩ අවශ්‍යනේ වැඩි කරන දේවල් ගන්න. I told you earlier also මම පුතාට කලින් කිව්වා lime with green leaves පලාවක් හදනකොට දෙහි දානවා. Fruits after meal නේද? ගන්න. Then පළතුරු ගත්තත් එහෙමයි. Then selected iron fortified food, right? මෙන්න මේ යකඩ පුතේ මෙන්න මේ බහුල ආහාර අපි තෝරලා ගෙල්ලා ගන්න ඕනේ, right? අපි තෝරගන්නකොට ආහාර තෝරගන්නකොට, right? Take the iron tablet given to children at school with the government. ඔයාලට මෙගා ඩෝස් එකක් දෙනවා නේද? ඒ මෙගා ඩෝස් එක ගන්න එක. Don't throw them boys on විසි කරනවා මල්ලමයි. Don't do like that එහෙම කරන්න එපා. It's for you. ඒක ඔයාට තියෙන්නේ, right? ඔයා වෙනුවෙන් for the betterment of you. So intake that one එක ගන්න ඕනේ අපි. Take the iron tablet given to children at the school with the government. ඒ පාසලෙන් දෙන රජයෙන් දෙන එක ගන්න කියලා කියනවා, right? It's a mega dose. Then okay, children. Then all of you write down this point. Some preventive actions that can be taken to reduce iron deficiency. Right? Please write some of them. Keep it clear. Right, children. I think time is enough. Okay. Food rich in iron. That means to say, yakada bahula. You have given some examples, right? Green leaves. Palavarga, go to kola kangkung, like iron vegetables. Example, bitter, go to the karalogidi. It's like nivitya. Okay. Then meat, fish, liver. Liver means pee kudu gila piya. Maybe mas malu pee kudu egg yolk kudu bitter kahamade. dry fish carnival, right? They contain iron. Okay. Cereals, right? The grains, the cereals, grains, green, for example, green gram, mung soya bean, cowpea, they contain chickpeas also. They contain iron, right? Then children, right like this. Some food that rich in iron, right? Some food that rich in iron. යකඩ බහුල ආහාර. පුතේ right then please මේක ලියන්න ඕනේ. Right then please ඒක නෝ ඔක්කොම ලියා ගන්න. For examples please. උදාහරණ ලියා ගමු. Right. Then පුතාලා let's go to the next part. අපි යමු ඊළඟ පුතට එහෙනම්. Okay. The next topic is vitamin A deficiency, right? Vitamin A උණතාවය. The next topic is vitamin A deficiency, right? Vitamin A උණතාවය. First of all, we are going to talk about the causes of vitamin A deficiency, right? මුලින්ම කතා කරලා අපිට මේ vitamin A උණතාවයට හේතු. Right. Babies not being given breast milk for an adequate period. ඉතින් දරුවන්ට නිසි කාල පාරාසයක් දුන්නේ නැත්නම් මෙන්න මේ මව්කිරි and it may lead to vitamin A deficiency. If they are, at least they have to give again. They should be given 6 months, okay? Actually, at least you have to get a pregnant mother should give breast milk for 6 months for a baby, right? Improper food storage. Due to that one, the nutritional value will destroy, right? Improper preparation of food. Due to that one, these vitamins may destroy. Frequent warm infection. Low intake of food rich in vitamin A. Vitamin A right? These are the causes of vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A is right. Causes of vitamin A deficiency. Right, children, I think I answered for this one. Then next part puthe, look at the effects of vitamin A deficiency. Puthe, due to vitamin A deficiency, what will occur? මොකද වෙන්නේ? Night blindness, රාත්‍රී අන්ධතාවය ඇති වෙනවා පුතේ දැන්. Think about after the sunset පුතේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් බෑ කියන ප්‍රශ්න දැන් when the sun goes down පුතේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගොඩක් ඔය අඳුර ටික එනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? You can't see the environment clearly. හරියට පේන්නේ නැහැ. අපට පිටාවේදී පේන්නේ නැහැ. Okay. Night blindness. Bitters spots in the eye. අපි නම් bitter spot කියලා කියන අපිට මේ රෝග තත්ත්වය ඇහි ඇතිවන right ඇහැ නිකන් වැහිලා වගේ යන අපේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් විතර වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් bitter spot එකක් dryness in the eye as වියලීම වගේ දෙයක් වෙනවා මෙතන weakness in sight පෙනීම දුර්වල වෙනවා diseases of the respiratory tract of often contracted සුසන පද්ධතිය නිරන්තරයෙන් මොකද වෙන්නේ රෝග තත්ත්වෙන හට ගන්නවා diarrhea easily develop. පහසුවෙන් පුතේ අතිසාරය වගේ තත්ත්වයක් නැති වෙනවා. ඒ හුස් මොෂන් වෙන්නේ නිතරම මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙනවා diarrhea easily develop, right? These are some effects of vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A උණතාවේ බලපෑම්, right? Then children, please write down some of them. අපි කීපයක් ලියගමු. Actually, you have given all of them separately. දැන් මේ විස්තර ටික ඔක්කොම වෙනම ඉරට දීලා තියෙනවා ඔයාලා මේ සිලබස් එක නේද? right? Right, children. I think time is enough for this one. Okay. Next part පුතේ බලගමු. Preventive actions that can be taken to reduce vitamin A deficiency. That means vitamin A උණතාවය ගත හැකි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග, right? What are the actions that you can take? Okay. Increase the daily intake of green and yellow color vegetables and fruits පුතේ. මේ කහ පැහැති පොළ පැහැති පුතේ ලොළු පළතුරු ආහාරට ගැනීම වැඩි කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. Taking the vitamin A drops orally which is given to state institution පුතේ. මෙන්න මේ vitamin A පුතේ මේ droplets පුතේ orally දෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි oral actually orally කියන්නේ මේ මුඛේ වහලා පුතේ අපිට බොන්න වගේ මේ droplets දානවා. එතකොට අන්න ඒක ගන්න කියලා කියනවා if you are having such condition, right? Which is given to state institution. පුතේ ගොඩක් රාජ්‍ය ආයතන තමයි ගොඩක්ම මේ මොයිස්චර් එක තමයි launch කරන්නේ. Then continue breastfeeding up to 2 years of age. මව්කිරිදීම අවුරුදු 2ක් දක්වාවත් කරන්න කියලා කියනවා අවුරුදු 6 නවත්තන්න නැතුව, right? Take steps to provide colostrum in milk during first few days of life of a newborn as it is rich in vitamin A. Colostrum පුතේ during the first few days with the milk පුතේ it secretes, right? මෙන්න මේ colostrum කියන මේ ද්‍රව්‍ය පුතේ නිකුත් වෙනවා මව්කිරි අම්මගේ මව්කිරි දෙනකොට මේ මුල් දවස් ටිකේ තමයි මේවා යන්නේ. Then there are some myths also. සමහර myths යනවා තියෙනවා මේවා they had to cast them away. මේවා අයින් කරන්න ඕනේ දෙන්න හොඳ නෑ ළමයාට කියලා. Actually it's so false, right? මේ අසත්‍යයක්. We had to give them to the baby. That's what the reason. It contains the necessary nutrients for the immunity ශක්තිය කරන්නට අවශ්‍ය කරන දේවල් තියෙනවා. And also it is rich in vitamin A. Vitamin A බහුලයි and it will affect the baby's development of the brain also there. ගොඩක් මොලේ වර්ධනය වගේ දේවල් වලට දායක වෙනවා cholesterol කියන එක. Then it is so essential to have that one during the first few days of a newborn, right? නැවත දරුවෙක් වෙදලා මුල් දවස් ටික එක ලැබෙන්න ඕන දරුවාට. Okay? So we can take such kind of preventive measures දෙන අපේ මේ වගේ වළක්වා ගැනීම පිළිවෙල ටිකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්, right? Some preventive actions that can be taken to reduce vitamin A deficiency, right? Okay, right. Some of them there will be there. Right. Right, children. The next part. Let's get some examples for the vegetables and other food items that can be consumed to overcome this vitamin A deficiency, right? Then dark green leafy vegetables and dark yellow or orange colored fruits and vegetables there. මෙතන කියනවා මේ කහ පැහැති කොළ පැහැති අඳුරු තද කොළ පැහැති තද කහ පැහැති මෙන්න මේ ඒවල පළතුරු කණ්ඩි කියලා කියනවා. Right? And orange colored fruits and vegetables. මෙන්න තැවිලි පැහැති මෙන්න මේ පළතුරු වල කණ්ඩි කියලා කියනවා. Next one. Animal liver මෙන්න මේ අපි කියනවා පී කුඩු නේ. Animal oil මෙන්න මේ සන්ත තෙල් milk fish cheese butter මෙන්න මේවා කණ්ඩි කියලා කියනවා. Okay? They contain vitamin A, right? That means mostly dairy products today. Then cereals and grains, right? Green grain examples: green grain, soya bean, soya bone, right? green gram right. Then some food items that rich in vitamin A. Some food items that rich in vitamin A. Vitamin A bahula ahara. Some food items rich in vitamin A. Right, Chiru. Right, the answer for this one. Right. Then next part today. Iodine deficiency. Iodine right. Next topic today. Iodine deficiency. Iodine where? Right? Iodine deficiency. First of all, we are going to talk about the causes for iodine deficiency, right? Previously, we talked about iron deficiency, then we talked about vitamin A deficiency. Now we are going to talk about iodine deficiency. Clear? Right. Okay, let's look at the causes of iodine deficiency today. Lack of iodine in the diet. Today, ආහාර වලට iodine අඩු වෙන්න එකතු වුණාම මේ ප්‍රශ්න වෙනවා. Clear? Second one, sea vegetables not being popular. Right? මේ පුතේ මුහුදු ආහාර කියන දේ pretty ජනප්‍රිය නැහැ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඇත්තටම seaweeds are very important. දැන් think about Japanese පුතේ තමයි sushi එහෙම කන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ. අර seaweed වල ඔතනවනේ මේ seaweeds අරගෙන ඒක ඔතනවනේ ඉතින් හොඳයි. ඒ කියන්නේ එයාලට ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ ඇත්තටම. Then sorry. Loss of iodine in soil due to erosion in the hill country. ඉතින් ඔය මේ ගොඩක් කඳු කරේ පුතේ ඔය ආදිනේ නිසා පාංශික ආදින නිසා පුතේ ඔක්කොම මේ පෝෂක ගහගෙන යනවා. ඔය වෙන්නේ. And loss of iodine. ඒ iodine ප්‍රමාණය පොළවේ තියෙන ඉබ වෙනවා කියන අර ඇබ්සෝබ් කරගන්න බැහැ තාප්ප වලට. Vegetables grown there will be deficient in iodine. ඒ එළවලු වල තේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? iodine ඌනතාවයක් තියෙන එළවලු වල. මේවා නැහැ පොළවේ ඒකයි කියන්නේ. Iodized salt kept in warm places and iodine being evaporated to stored near fireplace පුතේ. ඔය ලිප ගාව එහෙම පුතේ සාමාන්‍ය අපි හර්ත් එක ගාව firewood හර්ත් හරි ඔය කුකර් එක ගාව හරි තිබ්බොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ ඔයාලගේ මෙන්න මේ බොටල් එක salt bottle එක. And it should be stored in a dark vessel, right? ඒක අපි තියන්න ඕනේ එක dark vessel එකක දාලා අඳුරු transparent එක නෙමෙයි, right? Dark vessel එක දාලා තියන්න ඕනේ. And also we should keep away them from heat and sunlight. තාපයෙන් සහ වෙන මේ සූර්යාලෝකයෙන් ඈත් කරලා තියන්න ඕනේ. Then we think about when we are cooking meals පුතේ ආහාර වේල හදනකොට actually at the end of the after cooking after putting off the after turning off the cooker පුතාලා you have to add salt, right? cooker එක off කරලා ලුණු දාන්න ඕනේ අවසානයේ ටිකක් හරි දිනේ දා ගන්න ඕනේ මොකද otherwise it will be vaporize පුතේ. මොකද නැත්තම් වාෂ්ප වෙනවා අර තාපෙට. Clear? මේ issues වලක් තියෙනවා. Clear? Then these are some causes of iodine deficiency. The හේතු ටිකක්, right? Okay. This time I can write down some causes of iodine deficiency. iodine කුඩාවට හේතු, right? Okay. At least try three out of them to knock it up. Okay, next part to that. Then, what are the effects of iron deficiency? Okay, due to iron deficiency, what are the negative effects of that one? A decrease in thyroxine production. Thyroxine පුතේ නිෂ්පාදනය අඩු වෙනවා. That you know about this one. In this area we can find out thyroxine gland. අපිට මෙතන thyroxine ග්‍රන්ථිය හම්බ වෙනවනේ. අන්න ඒකේ පුතේ නිෂ්පාදනය මොකද වෙන්නේ? The thyroxine කියන මේ හෝමෝන් එක නිෂ්පාදනය වීම අඩු වෙනවා, right? Prone to develop goiter. මෙන්න මේ පුතේ ගල ගන්න එක ඉදි වෙනවා. It will enlarge. Okay, අන්න ඒක දැන් අපලා අයින් කරන්න වෙනවා. ඒක සර්ජරි එකක් කරලා ඒක අයින් කරන්න වෙනවා, right? ඒ ඉදිමිච්ච කෑල්ල then slowing of mental development. මානසික වර්ධනය අඩාල වෙනවා. This definitely is essential for mental development. I didn't get lazy that නෙමෙයි. Then poor concentration. අවධානය අඩු වෙනවා. Next one. Poor school performance. පාසලේ ප්‍රතිවාල වැඩ කරන්න හරි අමාරු වෙනවා. Then retarded growth. වර්ධනය අඩාල වෙනවා. Especially height. ශිෂ්‍යක උස කියන එක අඩාල වෙනවා. Clear? So you have to intake uh, efficient amount of proper amount of iodine පුදායි නම් මේ හොඳ ප්‍රමාණයක් අපි ගන්න ඕනේ නේද? හරි. Then let's try the next part. Some effects on iodine deficiency. Iodine නුලතාවේ යම් බලපෑම් ටිකක්, right? Some negative effects on iodine deficiency. Some negative effects of iodine deficiency. Right. Next part, children. Today, what can be done to prevent actions? Okay, what can be done to prevent this condition today? We have given like this preventive actions that can be taken to reduce iodine deficiency. हमें iodine नुकसान आवश्यक करने करते हैं क्या मार्केट का? So use of iodized salt when cooking. Iodine मिश्रण रूप पाविता करने होते हैं इवेंट पर add fish and sea vegetables to the diet. होते आगे आहार वेद में मालू मूदु आहार में करने के लिए किया. Clear, right? Then children. Please turn on camera. This one also some preventive actions that can be taken to reduce iodine deficiency. Okay, we have given 2 points here. Let's try to note together. Okay, children, the next part. Right. After that, you can find out some examples for the food item that contain a sufficient amount of iodine, right? Then, children, look at the food rich in vitamin, the food rich in iodine putala. There should be, there's a mistake if they may pardon me with the test cookie issue, you know. Food rich in, not vitamin A, it should be iodine, right? Iodine la api hadaganna ඕනේ. Food rich in iodine, right? Iodine මිශ්‍ර බහුල ආහාර. Food rich in iodine. Then children, green leafy vegetables, right? පලාවර්ග, right? Green leafy vegetables and sea vegetables today. මුදු ආහාර කන්න කියලා කියනවා, right? Sea vegetables, sorry. Especially seaweed. So ඒ කියන්නේ මුදු පැලෑටි වර්ග ගන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. Sea fish, salea fish. It does say sprats, prawns. Sprats means halne. So prawns means that means isso. Crabs means kapulu වගේ දේවල්, lobster. So කන්න කියලා කියනවා. Because they contain much amount of iodine, right? The next part පුතාලා. Other food. අනිකුත් ආහාර iodized salt. That means iodine මිශ්‍ර clear? Okay, then right lines. Okay, some food that rich in iodine, right? Some food items that rich in iodine. Some food items that rich in iodine. So they cut off this one, cut off karagana. In iodine, right? What are the examples, children? Yeah. Okay, children. Then I think time is enough for this one. Right. Then, children, we are moving towards the calcium deficiency, right? Previously, we talked about iron deficiency, vitamin A deficiency, iron deficiency. Now we are going to talk about calcium deficiency. That means calcium punatavaya, right? Some between one right? Then next topic is calcium deficiency, right? Calcium punatavaya. Okay. First of all, we are going to talk about what are the causes for calcium deficiency, right? Right. First of all, children, let's look at what are the causes for calcium deficiency. Number one, lack of intake of food rich in calcium. The calcium, බහුල ආහාර අඩුවෙන් ආහාරට ගැනීම, right? Especially scratch for the way almost වගේ දේවල් නේද? Then children and eggs, පිටතන වගේ දේවල් and dairy products, milk and dairy products. It is not නිෂ්පාදන, right? They contain much amount of calcium, right? Consuming food that obstruct the absorption of calcium. Calcium අවශෝෂණය අඩාල කරන ආහාර ගැනීම. Right. They are the causes for calcium deficiency. Children, this time I can write down some causes for calcium deficiency. Some causes for calcium deficiency. There are two main reasons here. Right? Some causes for calcium deficiency. some causes for calcium deficiency. Right, children. I think time is enough for this one. Then we can move to the next part today. Harmful effects of calcium deficiency. That means calcium උණතාවේ හානිකර ප්‍රතිඵල. Number one, causes osteoporosis. Osteoporosis අපි කියනවා especially for osteoporosis it causes calcium deficiency. Calcium උණතාවේ බලපාන මෙන්න මේ osteoporosis වලට. The next one, tooth decay, දත් දිරා යාම, right? Growth retardation, වර්ධනය අඩාල වීම, right? So these are some harmful effects of calcium deficiency. Please Tama can write down this one. Some harmful effects of calcium deficiency. Calcium උණතාවේ හානිකර තත්ත්වය, right? Some harmful effects of calcium deficiency. Right. Then after children, we can move towards the preventive measures that can be taken to reduce calcium deficiency, right? Okay, look at the first one here. Increase the intake of food rich in calcium. Calcium බහුල ආහාර ගැනීම වැඩි කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. Number 2, increase the intake of food rich in vitamin D පුතේ. Vitamin D බහුල ආහාරත් වැඩි කර ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. පුතේ, do you know about this one? මේක අපි දන්නවා දැන් මෙතන ඕක like think about the fast moving drugs in the world. The ලෝකේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් අලෙවි වෙන ආහාර අපි ගත්තොත් බෙහෙත් ගත්තොත් එහෙම. Number 1, it holds the diabetic drugs පුතේ. ගොඩක් ඔය දියවැඩියාට ගන්න බෙහෙත් number 1 වලට යන්නේ number 2 වලට පුතේ ගොඩක් සේල් වෙනවාද? The drugs used for vitamin D deficiency, right? Vitamin D උණතාවයට ගන්න මෙන්න මේ බෙහෙත්. Actually, vitamin D deficiency also affects your bones and joints. They got to joints to the bones to develop vitamin D, right? So then children, increase the intake of food rich in vitamin D. Vitamin D බහුල ආහාර ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. Consume food that helps to absorb calcium. Calcium also දෙනකේ පහස් කරන ආහාර ගන්න කියලා කියනවා, especially lactose. Okay, that means lactose containing food. Lactose අඩංගු ආහාර ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. Children, actually, in your little age, you have to consume more calcium. Not in the adult age. Validity ගත්තා කියලා ලොකු impact එකක් වෙනවා. නමුත් we want them for maintaining the bones and teeth, right? With us, දාපුතේ අස්තියම පවත්වාගෙන යන්න හොඳයි ඕන කරනවා. නමුත් we have to take them in excessive amount in your little age. පුංචි කාලේ තමයි හොඳට කන්න ඕනේ. For the better growth of your bones and joints. පුතේ ඔය joints වගේ අස්ති ඒ වගේම තිබෙන මේ වගේ දත් හොඳට වර්ධනය වෙන හොඳට කන්න පුංචි කාලේ. Then otherwise there may be some disorders in the early adulthood also. නැත්නම් ඔය වැඩිහිටියේ මුල් අවදි වගේ වෙනකොට යම් ගැටලු වෙනවා. Clear? Then children, increase the intake of food rich in calcium. Increase the intake of food rich in vitamin D. Last one, consume food that helps to absorb calcium. Right? These are some preventive measures that can be taken to get rid of calcium deficiency. Right? This Tama can write some preventive actions or some preventive methods that can be taken to reduce calcium deficiency. Right? We have given 3 answers here. Okay. Right there. Right. Then let's look at some food items that contain more calcium, children. Okay. Um, Especially green leaves, palavaragalu. Small fish spread, right? That means punchi malugada, hal mesangidi, then and also milk and milk products for the kirisa kirnish father like cheese, butter, curd, yogurt, like things for that. They contain much amount of calcium. So you should have to intake those food items to avoid these types of deficiencies, right? Then children, write down this one. Some food items that rich in calcium. Some food items that rich in calcium. Okay, write them. Some food items that rich in calcium. Right, I think that is not this one. Children. Zinc deficiency, right? Zinc കൊടുത്താവയാ. The next topic is zinc deficiency, right? Sorry. Zinc deficiency. Children, zinc is an important mineral as it strengthens the immune system today. අපේ ප්‍රතිශක්තියකරන ප්‍රතිපදිත ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් දායකන පරිචයක් helps carbohydrate breakdown to the මේ carbohydrate බිඳ වැටීමට දායක වෙනවා and stimulate growth වර්ධනය පුතේ අපි කියනවා ඒක ප්‍රවර්ධනය කරන්න දායක වෙනවා වර්ධනය උත්තේජනය කරන stimulate කරනද division and reproduction of cells සෛල පුතේ මොකද වෙන්නේ සෛල ගුණනය කරන්න දායක වෙනවා right then zinc deficiency can lead to frequent infections, delayed or stunted growth, right? So then, due to zinc deficiency, then zinc උල්තාවෙන් සමග වෙන්නේ can lead to frequent infection. නිරන්තරයෙන් අසනීප ඔය ආසාදන වලට ලක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. And delayed or stunted growth, වර්ධනය අඩාල වීම හෝ ප්‍රමාද වීම වෙනවා. Clear? Okay, so harmful to you. So, children, first of all, write like this. Some functions of, Puristama can write down, some functions of zinc in food. Some functions of zinc in food. Some functions of zinc in a portion of the immune system. Number 2, helps carbohydrate breakdown. Number 3, stimulate growth. Number 4, division and reproduction of cells. Right? There are some functions done by zinc. Right, next one. Okay, Prestama and Raju something maybe Mopi. Some harmful effects of zinc deficiency. Some harmful effects of zinc deficiency. Look at these answers, children. Some harmful effects of zinc deficiency. Number one, led to frequent infections. In other delayed or stunted growth. වර්ධනය අඩාල වීම ප්‍රමාද වීම වෙනවා. Right? Right, Shiva. Then you have given some food items today that rich in zinc, right? Zinc is found in protein-rich foods. Okay, protein බහුල ආහාර බොහෝ zinc තියෙනවා. Such as beans, spongy වල, red meat, පැහැති මස් වර්ගවල, especially pork, beef, right? Peanuts, රටකජු වල, and marine foods today, මුහුදු ආහාර වල, right? Seaweeds and in food items like seafood today, for example, lobsters, prawns, cuttlefish, right? Then children, Prisama can write down this one. Some food items that contain that rich in zinc, right? Some food items that rich in zinc. Some food items that rich in zinc. Bauda ahara. For example, beans, red meat, peanuts, marine food. That's the fifth one. Fifth deficiency. The fifth deficiency, right? The fifth one. We talk about iron deficiency. We talk about vitamin A deficiency. We talk about iodine deficiency. We talk about vitamin A deficiency, right? We talk about zinc deficiency also. Calcium deficiency, right? Right. Then children, let's do the next part. This is actually this is very common, right? මේ පොදුවේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ බලා ගන්න. Steps to be taken to prevent nutritional problems. පෝෂණ ගැටලු අවම කරගන්නට මම අරගන්නට ගත හැකි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග, right? Okay. Right. Steps to be taken to prevent nutritional problems. Okay. මේ පෝෂණ ගැටලු ප්‍රතිය මම අරගන්නට ගත හැකි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග. Okay. Then number one. Okay, number one. Pregnant mothers to be made aware of the importance of breastfeeding during the first few days to ensure that the baby gets colostrum, which is rich in vitamin A, right? We talked about them earlier. We shouldn't cast away those colostrum today. The colostrum I can know them because definitely it is necessary for the development of the baby, right? For the improvement of immunity, right? For the development of the brain and the memory, right? It is essential. The cholesterol is essential, right? You know, cholesterol එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ඕනේ breastfeeding mother කෙනෙක් වුණාම මේක දැන් දැනුවත් වෙන්න කියලා කියනවා. Number 2. Exclusively breastfeeding babies during the first 6 months as it provides all the necessary nutrients for physical and mental development. Actually, at least baby should have to given 6 months, okay? For 6 months, they should have given the sufficient amount of milk today, mother's milk, right? Until 2 years of age, mother can continue breastfeeding So it is good for the baby, right? Out there, that's I think more for like what of the right, then children, the next part, having a well-balanced healthy diet, summer bala, right? For skipping breakfast එක ඔයා skip කරන්න එපා. දැන් think about your assembly. දැන් ඔයාලගේ assembly එකක් ගන්නකො. How many people are fainted to the කීයක් නම් වැටෙනවද කලන් දාලා? What's the reason? Not having the breakfast properly, right? Due to the lack of oxygen and glucose පුතේ, they actually they fainted පුතේ. ගොඩක් කලන් දාලා වැටෙනවා මේගොල්ලෝ. Then having meals at regular times. හරි වෙලාවට ආහාර ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. Not skipping breakfast. Body, ඒ පෝෂකයක් වඩා හිතන අතර. Then get used to the habit of taking natural food and reduce the intake of fat, sugar, and instant food. ශරීරික ආහාර පුතේ කෘත්‍රිම ආහාර සීනිසයිත ආහාර හේතුඵල බහුල ආහාර ගන්න එක නවත්තන්න අඩු කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. And please tend towards having natural food instead of junk and fast food, right? So භාවික ආහාර හැකියතරම් ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. But nowadays, most of the children are moving towards or tending towards artificial and natural, artificial and junk foods, Putala, right? Then I think the government has announced about the canteen circle. They want a canteen circle. Like I cannot hear. Okay, tibba, almost tibba, hari. Previously also there was a circle like that. Even a circle like tibba, active unne, ක්‍රියාත්මක උන්නේ. Number කොහොමද දන්නේ? I heard that most of the canteens are going to be closed, right? But some are school canteen වහන කතාවක් කියලා දෙපා. Right? ඇයි දෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ ගණික ආහාර විකුණන්න දෙයක් නැහැ කියලා දෙන්න. Most of the children are addicted to these junk and fast food. That's why. But it is risk for your health. Actually, long termly, it is not good for your health. 5 portions of vegetables and fruit. Right? වර්ණ පහක එළුණු කඳුළු ආකාර පහක් ගන්න කියලා කියනවා. Right? When you talk about vegetables, you should have to consume 5 different colors of vegetables, right? But when you talk about fruits, we have to consume 5 different colors of fruits. That is very beneficial for your health. Then, number 6, being mindful that food advertised does not contain the nutrients it is claimed to have. Okay. Don't mislead from puffery of these advertisements. Villain then you know right? You have to be mindful, right? Actually, they contain extra amount of preservatives and the colorings and the flavors. So there are so many additives for that. So it is not good for your health. So and lack of nutrients, right? So you have to be avoided from such food items for that, and don't get misled from those advertisements for that. Then these are some steps to be taken to prevent nutritional problems for that. Then all of you, right, like some of the other mediator, some steps that can be taken to, some steps that can be taken to, some steps that can be taken to prevent, some steps that can be taken to prevent nutritional problems. Nutritional problems, right? Okay, now you can write some of them. Right. Right, children. Then from this Tuesday onwards, we can move towards the papers, right? This is extra class. to cover the syllabus for the syllabus for and of me start was and of me karani. So from here after we are moving towards the papers. I already put some papers into your group for on them. Group papers please take out some printouts of them. Then on hereafter we are moving towards the papers, right? I think the lesson is clear to you today. Then I'm going to wind up the class here. We covered some parts of the third term also. Third term then කොහොමත් මේක අපි regularize them thing එහාට කරන් දෙයක් නෑ. Then right. On another day we can cover the rest part for දාලා. Then I think you got a clear understanding about this lesson, children. Then please take out some print out of the papers. Then hereafter we are moving towards the papers. Then I'm going to wind up the class here today. Then have a nice and goodbye. I'll see you next day. Bye bye.